Me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. We will go on the record in the matter 23 CM 161, State of Wisconsin versus Ryan Tolgrren. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. We have Mr. Joel Feliski in person. We have Mr. Tolgrren by video conferencing in custody.
And
in
here
Burnett.
we go. Ryan Tolgrren is about to face the music in a Wisconsin courtroom. What looks like a routine plea hearing could have some surprising twists. Stick with me, because this is where legal strategy meets real-life consequences.
In Burnett County Jail. We're set today in this matter for plea and sentencing. The court had issued a warrant for a failure to appear. Mr. Tolgrren was picked up on that warrant. However, the parties have reached an agreement. Mr. Feliski, do you have documents for me?
I do, Your Honor. I'll recite on the record here that Mr. Tolgrren has agreed to plead to counts 1 and 3 in the complaint, 23 CM 161.
Now, quick question for you guys. Do you think a $1,000 fine is too light or fair given the charges? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because judges don't always follow recommendations.
The remaining counts are going to be dismissed and read in. The parties are making a joint recommendation for, on both count 1 and count 3, $500 fine inclusive of costs to total $1,000. I have a completed plea questionnaire with me. May I approach?
May. Do you want your back? Mr. Tolgrren, I have in front of me a plea questionnaire waiver of rights form, as well as a document that has the elements for these offenses. And it appears that your signature is on both of these documents, or your initials. Is that correct?
Correct.
You actually signed RT. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you heard the agreement that was reached and that was stated on the record?
Yes, I did.
You are pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanors. You're 45 years old. You have 12 years of schooling. You can read, write, and you understand the English language. Is that all correct?
Correct.
Did your attorney thoroughly go over these documents with you?
Yes, he did.
Did he essentially read them to you word for word?
Yes, he did.
And you understood everything completely?
I did.
You understand that if you...
This is key. The judge is making sure Tolgrren understands he's surrendering his constitutional rights. Once you plead guilty, there's no going back without major legal hurdles. Judges emphasize this, so there's no claim of confusion later.
Because you allegedly committed crime, you are entitled to constitutional rights, and each of those rights is listed on this document. Did your attorney thoroughly go over those rights with you?
Yes, he did.
Do you understand them completely?
Understand them completely.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving and giving up these rights?
Yes, I do.
Do I need to go over these rights with you in any more detail?
No, you do not.
You understand that if you're not a citizen of the United States, your plea could result in your deportation?
Yes.
You understand the state would have to prove, as to count 1, misdemeanor bail jumping as a repeater?
Yes, Your Honor.
As a repeater, that in Burnett County, Wisconsin, having been charged with a misdemeanor in Polk County case number 23 CM 75, and having been released from custody, you intentionally failed to comply with the terms of your bond by operating a vehicle without an ignition interlock device. Do you understand what the state would need to prove?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that upon conviction, you could face a fine of up to $10,000 or imprisonment of up to 9 months or both? But because there's a repeater, that means the maximum term of imprisonment for this underlying crime, because it is a misdemeanor in Polk County case 20 CF 39, and it has not been reversed, that the maximum term of imprisonment may be increased to not more than 2 years. Do you understand that maximum penalty?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand? So you understand that as to count 3, operating a motor vehicle while revoked as a repeater, do you understand the state would have to prove that on the same date and time in Burnett County, Wisconsin, you were a person whose operating privileges have been revoked However, you operated a motor vehicle on a highway during this revocation period. Do you understand what the state would have to prove?
Yes, I do understand.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for the underlying misdemeanor could be a fine of up to $2,500 or imprisonment for not more than 1 year in the county jail? But because you were convicted in that Polk County case and that was unreversed and you're pleading as a pleader or as a repeater, the maximum possible penalty could be increased to not more than 2 years. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, I do understand.
You understand that there's a recommendation to the court for costs only for both of those counts, but do you understand I don't have to follow that?
Correct.
Said differently, I could sentence you to the maximum possible penalties if I thought it was warranted. Do you understand that?
I do understand.
Do you still wish to proceed and enter a guilty plea?
I do.
You are pleading guilty by video conferencing. Do you understand you have the right to be here in person?
Correct.
And you're waiving that right?
I'm waiving that right.
All right, thank you. If you have questions or concerns and you need to speak with your attorney, let me know. I'll send them to her Zoom room and give you a confidential session, okay?
Okay.
Did your attorney go over the facts of this case with you that are alleged in that criminal complaint?
He did.
And do you understand those facts as they're alleged completely?
Yes, I do.
Notice how carefully the judge checked for coercion. If there were any threats or shady deals, this plea could be tossed. Courts take voluntary pleas very seriously. It's a foundation of justice.
I do, completely.
And I'm not going to have you say that each of those allegations is 100% accurate and true, but for the most part, as to the crimes you were pleading guilty to, are those facts accurate?
They are accurate.
Mr. Feliski, may the court use the probable cause section of the criminal complaint to find a factual basis?
So stipulated.
Has anyone made any threats or any promises to you, Mr. Tolgrren, for you to plead guilty to the charge?
No.
You're doing so freely and intelligently, telling the court you fully understand what you're doing
Yes.
and voluntarily.
Voluntarily.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's services?
I am.
Any questions for the court or your attorney before I proceed?
No.
As to count 1, misdemeanor bail jumping, as a repeater, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
As to count 3, operating while revoked, as a repeater, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Court will find pleas of guilt are done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm going to find you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I'm going to find a factual basis to accept your plea of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of those counts. The remaining counts will be dismissed and read in for purposes of sentencing. Judgment of conviction will be entered today. I know he has jail credit for being picked up on the warrant, but does he have other jail credit in this case?
Your Honor, I believe it's just the 7 days from when he was picked up on the warrant.
All right. Argument and recommendation, Mr. Schmidt.
One sec.
Well, he was in custody in July for a warrant as well.
Oh, I see. Is that Polk, Your Honor?
Nope, in mine.
Oh.
I had a warrant and I believe. No, yep, I had a warrant. Bench warrant. He failed to appear December 13th, 2023. And then he appeared in custody July 23rd, 2025. I'm not seeing when the warrant was served on him. Oh, warrant
So
was
both sides agree. Fines over jail time. But remember, the judge isn't bound to follow it. At this point, the tension is real. Will the court accept the deal or lay down a harsher sentence?
served.
Judge, I think the credit's right, because you have to remember he has cases in Polk that recently concluded, and he has cases still open in St. Paul.
All right, so you think only the 7 days, even though he sat sometime here in 2023?
That's what my belief is. He kind of accrued a lot of cases, so it'll be unclear where the credit lands on all those cases.
Oh. All right. Argument?
I think this is appropriate here, given what the severity of these offenses are. I think that the main driving force for resolving this case in the fashion we did is to end a 2023 case that is not on the high severity level. I don't think I need to say much more than that on this one. Thank you.
Mr. Felicki?
I'll keep it very brief, Your Honor. Discussing this case with Mr. Tolgrren, it seems that he was in custody, as the state had mentioned, on various other cases, more or less since this case was initiated in 2023. I understand he was in Polk for some time, St. Croix. I believe he may have sat a prison sentence, if I'm not incorrect. He sat a significant amount of time on this case. I think costs are appropriate as a deterrent. I think this is ultimately an appropriate agreement, and I would ask.
All right. Mr. Tolgren, do you care to make any statement today? Let me know anything.
I do not.
Are you on 1408 Highway 64?
I am not. I no longer live there.
Do you have an address where you're going to reside?
I do not have an address, but for the most part, the shelter down the road.
Okay. Are you going to get a job?
Yes, I am.
How
I
do
do.
you expect to pay the money back?
I do have, can get back on my SSI for the most part. So I can work part-time.
Okay. So once you get your SSI started again and you're working part-time, you're going to be able to make payments and get this paid off?
Correct.
Do you understand that if I don't get a payment, I will issue a warrant and you could sit up to 6 months in jail?
Yes,
So it's very important you make your payment. Do you understand that?
I do.
Anything else you want me to know?
No, Your Honor.
All right. He has bigger fish to fry in other counties, and the underlying crimes here were operating while revoked, not having that ignition interlock device, and possession of THC and paraphernalia. And then he got the higher charges of misdemeanor bail jumps from the other open cases in Polk County. So he has sat some time on this case, and he indicates that he's going to make his payments if the court does cost, and he understands the ramifications if he does not. Based upon that, he can deal with what he needs to deal with in the other counties. The court is going to order 9 days of jail per count, concurrent with each other. So he has 7 days of jail credit. So that is a time served. I'm going to
And there
order.
it is. Time served fines and strict conditions. For Tolgrren, it's a lifeline. But the bigger question is, can he stay out of trouble with so many cases hanging over him? What do you think? Fresh start or more problems ahead?